Hi guys, so David Frost, the Brexit Minister, and Brandon Lewis, the Northern Ireland Secretary of State, have both written an opinion piece for the Irish Times newspaper. I will leave a link in the description of this video. There are a number of problems with this piece. On the surface, you will see how they are attempting to drive a wedge between the Irish and the EU. They praise the Irish government for trying to resolve the issues that are arising from what they call the protocol, but what is in reality Brexit. At the same time, they criticise the EU for being too strict. Anyway, let's have a look at a snippet from the opinion piece. So, the situation is now urgent. The UK and Ireland have a huge and very direct interest in finding solutions here. You can see how they're commending the Irish here. It's been clear for some time that the Irish government, wanting to maintain as peaceful as possible the situation in Northern Ireland, have been lobbying on the UK's behalf, asking the EU, for example, to be more flexible with grace periods. It goes on to say, but we need constructive and ambitious discussions with the EU which deal with the actual reality. To simply say the protocol must be implemented in full is to take a theological approach that is frozen in time and does not deal with the reality that now exists. The use of language is funny. They say theological, when in reality Brexit has been treated by the British government like a religion. No one dare criticise Brexit. Yes, the protocol, criticise it all day long, but the protocol exists as a means to mitigate against the damage of Brexit. But once again, we must never say this in the cult of Brexit. Also, remember, Boris Johnson agreed to implement the protocol in full. Now, in the article, they talk about medicines and pets. These are two issues that were raised as undermining Northern Ireland's place in the United Kingdom. What is funny is that before this opinion piece was actually written, the UK government and the EU have agreed solutions within the Northern Ireland Protocol to deal with both of these issues. However, when it comes to medicines, Northern Ireland have never been banned from importing important treatments from Great Britain. It goes on to say, if operating the protocol on the current basis is making the situation worse, then how can pressing for an even more rigorous assertion of it make sense? The protocol is not the problem here. Brexit is the problem. The protocol needs to be implemented. It goes on to say, can it be right that the commitments made in the protocol to protecting the Belfast Agreement and preventing disruption and economic harm are deemed less important than those designed to protect the single market? This is the old, why do you care more about the single market than peace in Northern Ireland? The implementation of the protocol does not undermine peace in Northern Ireland. Brexit does. And as I said before, the Northern Ireland Protocol is the fire extinguisher, Brexit is the fire. Remember, the EU did not start the fire, the Republic of Ireland did not start the fire, and the people of Northern Ireland did not start the fire. Brexiteers did. Then it says, we look to find solutions. If that is not possible, we will of course have to consider all our options, because we have an overriding responsibility and obligation to support peace, prosperity and stability in Northern Ireland. No new solutions are necessary. They are contained within the protocol. Do you know how I know this? The British government have never actually pointed out what the real problems are and how the protocol can't fix them. And finally, either way, we need to find a way forward, a new balance of arrangements adapted to the practical reality of what we have seen since January and based on the common interests we all share. Not really sure what they mean in the final part. It seems typical political speech for let's all work together and resolve the issues. Anyway, it seems that even as the protocol is being used to resolve issues, the Brexit Minister and the Northern Ireland Secretary of State are trying to blame the protocol for any issues that arise. It may be an attempt to show that the protocol isn't working correctly, and when September arrives and the end of the grace period, they can ask for another extension to those grace periods. Once again, it's interesting that the opinion piece was published days after both the EU and the UK agreed to resolve outstanding issues within the framework of the protocol. Are Brandon Lewis and David Frost acting a bit dishonestly? Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot. I want to say a big thank you to all of my patrons. You ensure that this channel continues to exist. I'm eternally grateful for all of your support. If you join Patreon, you will receive instant access to our Discord server, where we have both audio and video chats. You can chat with me and other patrons, where we discuss important and non-important issues. Becoming a patron per month costs about the same as a large coffee, so why not check it out?